Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing tonight?
Sorry, I'm in the middle of posting on Twitter that we're live.
Oh, shit. I mean, we got a show to run here, man. What are you doing?
Hey, aren't you the one that's out of beer?
I am out of beer. Perfect segue. Look, I'm going to have to go on a beer run. So I'm going to do
Already?
that in just a minute. After we welcome people in the chat, and then I'm getting some beer.
Bum bum bada
I'm
bum
going to be ready to go.
bum bum bada
So,
bum.
who do we got in the chat right now? We have Crazy Mad.
Crack, crack,
Looks like we
crack.
only have one watching though, so one of these guys ducked out on us. I don't know, man. And then we have Mo Biggs in the house. So howdy, Crazy Mad, howdy, Mo Biggs, and that's all we got right now. But that's what we always start with, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it is a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday,
I
so
know you fucked up our plan for that
I
one.
can't help it. Living in the country is killing my allergies.
Oh my God, you got to prepare better.
I like, I do like out the country though. It is so nice, just to sit out, read a book, no pollution, no
You heard it
noise.
here, folks. He's a country boy.
No, I'm not a country boy.
You love the country now.
I do like it. There is
Love it.
some peaceful, and I'm not near a farm. If I was near a farm, actually, my backyard.
Backyard.
See, I'm starting to go
See?
country already.
Mm-hmm.
Backyard, yard.
I love it.
There's a cornfield. I could just grab for a piece of corn. Just
No.
take it. Just
I mean,
take
some
it.
of that corn you're not going to want to eat there. Okay.
Why? Why?
Living in the country is killing my allergies. Dirk's going for beer. Murph brought the wine. That is damn true. No, I mean, it's not like it's sweet corn, man. It's not the
How
same
do you
thing.
know what corn's there?
Oh my God. Is it a big cornfield?
Yes.
You're just going to have to learn to be in the country, Murph. That's all I got to say. Go ahead.
Wait,
Eat it.
you're saying like they do something to the corn to make it taste good.
Hey, hey, hey. No, I'm
So
saying there's
crazy.
different corn. There's different types of corn.
Well, how do I know if I don't try it all?
You don't go grab the corn out of the big fields. You get sweet corn for that. There's different corn.
Well, what corn do they got in the fields?
Oh, that's more like for grain. It's like cattle feed and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to eat
How do
that
you
stuff.
know?
Murph, are you from the city?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Remember, I'm not.
That doesn't mean you know what corn is where.
Oh my God. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and try it. That's all I got to say. Just
Wait a
do
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. Wait. No. I'm out here.
Go ahead.
How? You're telling me it has to be a small cornfield for the good corn?
I'm
Like,
telling you, usually in a cornfield, they're not growing sweet corn
why not?
because it's not the same kind of corn that you and I would eat.
But I'm still confused here. Why wouldn't they want to make a buttload of the corn we want to eat? That sounds like money.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say, oh my gosh, where you don't have answers for my questions.
Well, okay, hang on. I'm going to look it
So,
up.
where does all the sweet corn come from, Derek? A
Usually
tree?
from, yes, they'll have farmers markets and farmers that will make it, and they'll have farmers that will grow it for stores and stuff like
How do
that.
you know that's not a farmer that does that?
It's different.
How
Okay,
do you
field
know?
corn. Let me tell you the difference. Field
Okay.
corn, also known as cow corn, is a North American term for maize grown for livestock fodder. Didn't I
Now,
just tell you
you're
that?
not saying this, you're
Ethanol,
reading this.
cereal, and processed food products. The principal
I,
field corn varieties are dent corn, flint corn, flour corn, known as soft corn, which includes blue corn and waxy corn.
I would
Field
have
corn is the
respected
most
you.
widely grown in the U.S. and makes up 99% of corn production. Corn that's grown for grain has taller stalks with larger, thicker leaves than sweet corn.
I would have respected you so much more if you just went with the knowledge you already had. That you had to read this. I could have done
Okay,
that.
yes, but So look at this. Just because it's grown in a field doesn't mean it's not good corn. It may or may not be. Most
Thank
of
you, Mo.
I'm going to
Thank
say,
you.
I'm going to
Mo is right. Mo is right. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you can cook it. I'm not saying you can't cook the corn, but it's not the same as sweet corn. It's different.
Farmer's market, where do you think the market
There is a difference, okay? There is a difference. I live surrounded by cornfields all my life. It's fine to just grab and cook. Yeah, I mean, you can, but it's not going to be the same. I mean, sweet corn is a little different.
Like, is it disgusting?
No, sweet corn's awesome, but
No,
this is more. I mean, this is more to dry out and uses like it said, for processed foods, for cows, for other things. For us, we like the sweet corn. It's just different.
Will they use this corn for the corn syrup as well, or only sweet corn?
They'll use that corn for corn syrup too. I mean, high fructose corn syrup.
I think that's probably the biggest use, right? Because corn
Yeah,
syrup.
Yeah, processed food. Yeah, definitely.
I think that's where cancer comes from.
Oh, I'm sure. See, it tastes like corn. It does taste like corn. Oh my God. You have so much to learn about being in the country, though. You don't know jack shit, like ever, about anything.
Yeah.
Let alone
like
corn.
When I would teach you stuff about the city, I wouldn't be like, Dirk, you're going to get stabbed. I'd say,
what are you about to teach me about the city? That's even more funny. I think that's pretty hilarious. What would you teach me about the city? I want to know.
Oh, I could teach you tons about the city. Dude, I was in a real scary part in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's just scary parts? I mean, I can tell you where. I know when I'm in the scary part.
Through my bus. Dude, I could tell you some stories. Man. All you got to do, though, honestly, it's all about respect.
No, I don't think it's grown in.
Respect, and you'll be fine in scary places. As long as the person's not drunk or high.
No, you can show some people respect and they're still going to kick your ass. It don't matter.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Okay, where does Dirk think they grow sweet corn? In a lab? No.
I love how this has turned on you, where I'm the city boy. They're all coming at you now with your corn knowledge.
Oh, shit. Listen, I'm just telling you that it's not usually what you would grab and eat. You can, but, it's not quite the same experience.
Remember we had that show where we were talking about stealing $5? Oh, remember it was the movie ticket that someone sued because an actor wasn't in it?
Yeah.
And we had the whole thing about me stealing $5 from you. So is it, if I take that corn, is that stealing, Derek, or no? Because it's just one corn.
Well, yeah, it's stealing. You're on somebody else's field taking their product.
I agree, but that conversation we had, you were like, "Oh, it's only $5." It's like, "Oh, it's a piece of corn. A rabbit would have took that." Like,
yeah, but I was talking about you taking my $5, right? Wasn't I?
No, you thought the people were stupid that they sued the movie theater for their ticket.
Oh,
yeah. And then that's why I was like, I'm stealing.
Well, look, just because you came on and got a piece of my corn, don't mean I'm going to sue you, though. That's a whole different thing, too.
Sometimes I just want to punch you.
I mean, it's stealing, but am I going to do anything about it? Probably not.
They could chop my hand off if they wanted to.
Okay, Murph can teach you his city slicker ways. When the Hooters waitress flirts with you, she just wants a tip, not a ring. That's the truth. How do you know it's not a sweet cornfield by Murph's place? I don't. I'm just assuming it's not because I just assume it's not.
Who made an ass of themselves by assuming?
Oh, I didn't. I know I didn't. You can go check. I guarantee it's probably going to be a cow corn place. They'll sleep with you if you have a Coke, or if you have Coke. I said have a Coke. If you have Coke. Yeah, that's probably true too.
I'm going to now steal a piece of corn, and the next time I come over to your house, I'm throwing it at you. And you can tell me, is it sweet or not?
Oh, shit. I mean, I just know what I know, Murph. I know what I know. Why don't you go grab a stalk of it, show it on camera, take a bite out of it. I want to see you eat it, cook it. I want to see what's up. And then, then you can tell me.
Yep, this is sweet. There's like bugs on it and stuff. I'd have to wash it first, but I'm I'm surprised though that the corn's used for livestock feed. I thought they all ate hay outside of the pigs.
Oh man, no, they feed them grain. I mean, the
Well,
grains.
chickens, right? Don't chickens eat grain?
Um. Well, yeah, but they mash the dried corn up, and yeah, cows eat it. Becomes part of their feed.
You think so?
Low
Before, because there's no such thing as wild cows now. When there was, do you think they would just eat them off the vine or whatever it's called that they're stock?
Wait, what now? What are you saying?
Before we were over here and there were Native Americans with cows just walking around chilling.
Is that what you think? Cows were just walking around chilling?
Stock?
I can't answer that because I don't know if cows were walking around chilling. I think we might have introduced. I mean, there was ox and things like that, but I don't know if we had cows
to America. We didn't bring them over from Europe.
Our regular, like, you're sure?
Yeah, we brought over horses, but we didn't.
Well, I thought we might have brought other livestock like that too. I don't know. I have to ask.
I think we brought over horse and sheep and
yeah. Yeah, look at this. Chickens will eat anything, including eggs and chicken. Yes, that is true.
Oh,
when they start,
so gross.
But when they start eating their own eggs, that's when it's time to butcher them. You got to butcher them when they eat their own eggs.
They're nasty.
And look, Dojo's beside himself. He don't know what to think. So now I pop in and you guys are talking livestock. I know. Where has this channel gone, Dojo? It's gone to the depths.
Dojo, that's on you if we're still doing stuff that surprises you. Honestly. That's not on us.
We've gone to the depths of the fields in deep Ohio. That's where we've gone. And to the troughs of the cows in the barns. So, I can't answer all this shit.
We definitely brought over some breeds of dogs, but there were wolves. I don't know if there were goats here.
I have no idea. Why don't you look it up?
I know we brought over horses. There was no horses here at all to us.
Oh, I don't know about that, but okay.
Yes, that's true.
But I do know that we had certain kind of livestock, but I don't know what kinds they were. That's all I know.
We had buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Okay, so welcome everybody. If you're just popping in.
The first question comes up: did the Americas have horses before Europeans?
Ooh, no, I don't think we did.
Yeah, they all came from Europe. There were no horses here.
I can't wait till Murph invites Dirk over for a dinner of corn on the cob. Someone teach Murph how to Google. No shit. I've been saying this for a long time. Horses went extinct in North America 12,000 years ago and were reintroduced by Columbus. Okay. Interesting. So they were in North America, but then they went extinct, it looks like. And they were reintroduced when Christopher Columbus came over.
Who was horses?
Yeah, where's the bouncy ball? Horses went extinct. Okay, do you want me to read that for you like that? Dean, what's up?
You're not supposed to go full, you know what?
Boo, robots. Yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit. Hey, Dean. And we got Murph and Dirk will do Frank and Bill cosplay as they shuck their.
They don't want to talk about farms and they don't want to talk about robots. Those are the two polar opposites. Like, give us a break, guys. Like,
it's so existential.
What are we gonna talk about? The weather? If we can't.
Do you remember that? Whenever they said that no, you can't talk farms. Farms are overdone or whatever. And Elf.
Oh, from the Elf when they're doing the kids story.
Yeah. Murph not looking at the screen. No, he's not looking at the screen.
No, because I'm on my screen trying to read stuff.
Yeah.
Like potatoes were brought from Europe.
Murph's watching corn flow and Tay in the wind.
There wasn't tobacco here, which that's a surprise. I didn't know that.
I convinced Ice Queen that Australian ducks are venomous yesterday. 3 out of 5 drownings are caused by ducks, and I'm just very proud of myself. Wow.
So if tobacco wasn't here, what were the Native Americans smoking?
Tobacco wasn't here.
No, Europe brought it.
Wow, that's interesting. Who knows?
This article I'm reading, they brought a
Well,
lot over here, man.
Well, they're smoking other things. I mean, smoking peyote. They're smoking mushrooms and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
So, do they have platypus style spurs? Interesting. Yeah, peyote. See, isn't that what I said?
Yeah, peyote. You're right.
Yep. Smoking crack. Why is Murph streaming with his mic in the next room? It's a good question. Does he need to turn it up, Jim?
I could turn it up.
Oh man, don't get too loud now. Viper like oh, they're talking about snakes in here. I don't like snakes. Does she still not know Dean? Because oh boy, they're talking about messing with the Ice Queen. So anyway, welcome, Jim. Thanks for showing up. So we have a few things we want to talk about tonight. And but first, before we get there, we have a question of the week to hit, which we have not hit yet. So, Crazy Mad's question of the week. Wolverine, brown suit or yellow suit? It's a good question. It's a good question. And I think Mo has already answered his. He said, I don't really have a preference between suits.
I feel like in real life, the brown / orange looks better because that yellow sometimes can be really bright yellow. Like,
right. Hey, Jim said your mic is lower than mine. So maybe you do need to come up just a little bit.
How about now?
I don't know. Talk.
Talk.
I don't know.
Shot.
Okay.
Shot. Did you get your beer?
No, you haven't given me a chance. I'll do it in a little bit. Okay. Make sure to join us on Incendiary. There you go. Tonight at 10 o'clock. Go on Dojo show right after this. It's awesome.
Good.
Okay. Dojo says yellow. The original is best.
Whoa. Not the original in Hulk, where he's got like those whiskers on his face.
Yeah, but it's still yellow and it's got the yellow and black look.
But that whisker line looks terrible.
I don't like the whisker, but I mean that's where they get the modern design from. You know, with the like with the triangles coming up the rib cage and the over the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's cool. I like the yellow and blue a little bit, but brown, I don't know if you call it brown and orange or whatever you call that. Brown suit.
Usually call it brown is usually the term most people call it.
Brown suit is the best. That's my favorite.
I do like the yellow in Astonishing X-Men where there's a lot more blue to it, where there's blue on the sides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
the
talking
modern
about?
suit, I like the way the modern suit has the blue. Yeah.
Yeah, the blue
really
on the
cool.
sides down.
Yeah. Jim says you're still a little lower. Maybe come up a little bit.
I'm giving it all I got, Captain. It's on the highest thing.
They're both yellow, Dojo. So I don't know. I think the orange brown one, that is my favorite. I think he looks most fierce in that one. I think he's got a unique look to him whenever he has that. Yellow and blue's a little over the top for me. And I think also it can look kind of cheesy, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to him being in the yellow more than anything because that's like his heyday stuff. Like, all the best.
Yeah, brown and tan. That makes sense.
He's like that. Like, he doesn't get the brown till like the late 80s. And he really gets that because he gets that one guy's suit from the Starjammers. Remember
now
the
they're
guy
yellow.
got a suit that's like Sabretooth's?
Yeah.
Wolverine starts wearing it, and that's an orange and brown with like
teeth
on it.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I can't think.
I don't
of
know,
what
man.
that character's name is.
A Wolverine always looks cool to me. You know what I mean? It's just the overall design that he looks cool, but I'll take the brown and tan.
His X-Force that's gray and black is awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Dean, they are not both yellow. One is brown. And then the brown one also has yellow. The blue is the iconic one. It is always going to be the blue one. Yeah, not for me. It was yellow and black in the 90s. Yeah. It's yellow and blue or yellow and brown. Let's not split hairs. They need to update the cigar to a cracked pipe. Wow. That'd be interesting, Mo. Oh, yeah, Crazy Mad, but that also had blue on it. So, yeah, in the 90s cartoon had a little bit of blue.
The shoulder's blue where the rest of it's all black. Really, blue gloves and blue shoulder pad.
I mean, the weird thing about that, though, Mo, I don't think, can he get high? Can Wolverine get high? That's the question. I don't think he can, right? Because his healing factor will just like, won't that fix him? He drinks
and smokes a lot, but he's never.
But he don't get
never
drunk.
Got drunk.
Yeah. And so will a crack pipe really work? Like, would he be able to feel maybe for a split second, maybe?
Because isn't that why Captain America can't get drunk?
Yeah. It wasn't the Starjammers. It was the Shi'ar Imperial Guard.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Dojo just schooled you on Wolverine.
Oh.
Schooled you. If you can't get drunk.
Guy's name, though. I could picture him because he looks like a wolf, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah. See, Dean's got it. If you can't get drunk, you can't get high. I'm thinking like he might feel the first hit, and then it's going to be like after that it's gone. You know what I mean? So he'll always be trying to chase that first hit. Never get there.
I think it would always be a first hit for him.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it would be brand new. His brain heals too. So experiences. Right. That's why the claws hurt every time, and he doesn't get used to the pain because it's new every time.
Right. If he smokes Viper's Finest or My Home Cooked or Steve Worcester's Glow in the Dark Special, he'll get high as a motherfucker. Oh my gosh.
In the dark
Glow in the Dark Special. That is awesome. Okay. The character's Fang, Murph.
Fang, of course. Thank you, Dojo.
He's just schooling the shit out of you tonight.
That I put Fang in the Starjammers when he was.
We need to have Dojo in the background, like giving us all the cues. Like he's putting cue cards up for you to read, Murph. Because shit, dude.
I can't believe I put Fang in the Starjammers.
Oh shoot! So actually tonight,
Starjammers do have a cat. They do. You know what I mean? It's
yeah. So what do you all think of Wolverine's new suit in the Deadpool 3 movie? Just a question. No big deal.
It is more like the Astonishing X-Men where there's a lot of blue on the side. There's a lot more blue than just yellow and black.
Yeah.
Did they give him those silver things on his gloves, which they had in the cartoon?
But where they can pop through?
Yeah, because it doesn't really pop through that. It pops between his fingers, not outside of his.
I think they did, because now that I'm looking at it, it looks like they did. I'm going to put the image up, but I want to make sure it's big enough. No, I got a small image. Hang on a minute. Let me find a big enough image.
That's what she said. You got a small image?
Hell yeah. Okay, this is better. Let's present. Okay.
Crazy Matt, I should get awards.
Should you though?
Bar school, Murph.
Oh boy. Okay, this is Wolverine's.
Does he have the silver things on his hands?
Yeah, they are there. They are there.
I think the biggest thing is giving him the yellow sleeves. They should have just left his arms bare.
So
I think that's the most striking thing.
Yeah, I mean that right there. You can see them on his hands.
Is his boots blue or black?
I think it's got a blue tint to it.
Because they should be blue, and honestly, they should be. You know how ridiculous his boots look. That's not right. They didn't give him his classic boots.
Yeah, they don't have the points hanging out at the end. Yeah, I don't like that. The crack will reset his baseline. The healing factor will just keep him from ever coming down again. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. The furry one in Starjammers is Hepzibah. And it's a low bar to school Murph. I mean, no one's given awards for that.
They should.
No, but I like to point it out anytime somebody does it. It's fun. Murph likes the yellow suit because it reminds him of corn. Exactly. It's maize and blue. See, Dirk rejects it because he only eats the latest white sweet corn. Oh, it's true.
So do you think he has the Wolverine mask and it's just in the back of his head, like how he
I'm not
wears
sure,
it like
man.
a hoodie at times?
This is a weird one because I almost think in the movie, they're going to want people to see Hugh Jackman, and so I'm afraid they're going to make him go without the mask a lot, which really sucks.
But they don't do that with Deadpool. They're able to move his face.
No,
but it works.
I'm just telling you, man. I think that's the route. So, but I think they'll probably have the mask eventually. I don't see why they would do a whole outfit and not have a mask. So Dean says he digs it. Yeah, I'm caught in the middle on this. I think it's okay, but like when you look at the sides, there should be more points going up over his rib cage, and they're just kind of these little.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're supposed to be claw marks, and that's not what they did.
They're not. They don't look fierce to me at all. So it's kind of watered down there.
I don't know what they were thinking, why you would even need to just make them the claw things.
And I actually think this outfit kind of makes Hugh look thin and tall, like Deadpool. And
you're right, it does.
And I always think of Wolverine being, stocky.
I mean,
right?
Hugh's never stocky, though.
No, Hugh's never been. But I feel like there's ways they could bulk him a little just to give him a little bit more oomph there, because I feel like he needs a little stock just because Wolverine, he's got to have that fierce look. He's got to look sawed off, man. He just never has looked sawed off. That's been one of my biggest things with him. So it's not hanging back. There have been other angles. Yeah.
Oh, so he just
a Spartans fan. What's that?
Okay, so the mask isn't there at all. I thought maybe it was like hanging, but he said
I don't know.
Angles, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, it must be hanging. I don't know. He said he definitely has it. Otherwise, what's the point of the yellow suit in the first place? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Dean. I think they're going to show it, but it just, I don't know, man. I wish our first shot of him would have been in the mask, not of this. But they're probably trying to save that and market it correctly, where they can get everybody hyped up for the mask.
Which I always thought was weird with Wolverine. It's very close to Batman. We've had thousands of Batman masks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to look terrible.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, I think you're right. Well, do you remember on The Tick? What was the other character? Bat. What was his name?
Wasn't it Moth?
No, the Bat guy. He was the.
Oh, you're not talking about the Tick side.
He was the Latino character that, he had a bat outfit, and it was kind of a play on Batman, and only he was like a real bat, and I forget what they called him, but his cowl, I mean, it had like a bat look to it, and it was actually pretty cool. And I thought, that's a little on the Wolverine side, so it'd be easy to pull off the mask, I think.
Well, it depends what you're going for. Like the animated series, his mask is so huge.
Right.
That would never look right.
Yeah.
There's sometimes where they take it out.
Right.
Where it's so wide that, it could never work that way.
Yeah. Deflator mouse. Yeah, that's what it is. And I feel like his look had a Wolverine look to it. If you were to just look at him in the shadow, he would have
All I think of is Tick and Tick sidekick, the white mob
Arthur.
or whatever that guy was.
That's Arthur. Yeah.
I can't think of anything else with the Tick.
Okay, well, he's got other cast of characters on there, but I'll say, so I want to go back to Dojo. Dojo says Hugh is like 6'2".
Yeah.
And I just feel like movie magic. Look what they did with Frodo and the Hobbits. They could do that kind of shit with him and make him, a little more sawed off. They could have played with his height a little more and made it more fun, and played up with the Wolverine.
Being called Wolverine,
right?
Because that's what those things are. They're small, but holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
They
I agree.
Fight like a tiger. They're You don't mess with those things.
Right. One thing's for certain, he wouldn't just wear it for a couple minutes as a bit, not in a Deadpool movie. Yeah, I agree. The mask was in the case with the suit in the after credit scene of on the
I
Wolverine.
feel though
Yeah.
that was more orange than yellow when they showed that.
No, I felt like it was on the yellow. It wasn't this
Yeah.
yellow, but I liked
No,
that color yellow because it was more of a
like a gold.
it had a better look to it than this. This is pretty damn yellow when you really think about it.
Yeah, this is about how yellow he gets, which
Yeah,
is
there
his
you go.
original. But I like the more gold yellow.
Yeah.
Again, the Astonishing X-Men. It's not this neon yellow. Oh, you can't call it neon, but it's pretty bright yellow. Like it's
Really? You think so, Mo? I've seen it where Wolverine looks pretty damn short compared to Sabretooth.
oh,
So,
dude, look at the comics where him and Rogue are upside down captured. There's tons of things where Wolverine looks so short compared to everybody else.
I think it just depends on, their fight. If they get them up close, I think whenever they show them going head to head, they'll mostly size them the same, but I mean I tend to draw Wolverine short. I mean I want to draw him short. I want him to look stocky,
Well,
And when I
that's
say
the thing
stocky,
too.
I don't mean fat or anything. I just mean, he's got a compression look to it. He's compressed.
People,
That's for damn sure.
even his friends would call him like little man to make fun of him. Like
Yeah.
they call
Yeah.
you short man. Like he is very short. Like
Yeah, not is he? Should he be shorter than Jubilee? That's a good question, though. I don't know if he should
probably
be
the
shorter
same
than
height.
Jubilee. Probably same height, or
I'm telling you,
yeah,
you look at him next to Shadowcat, and they're like the same height. But then like Cyclops, Storm, Colossus, tower over Wolverine all the time.
yeah. I don't think they should ever tower. I think like a head shorter is probably a good.
I'm
You know,
thinking Storm's probably like 6'2", though. Like Storm's tall
yeah.
female.
Storm is tall, but she's also wearing boots. She's usually got heels on her boots,
That's a
so
good
that would
point.
put her higher.
I don't know what
So
her actual height is, but she's tall. She's not.
yeah.
She's tall for a female. She's
Oh,
definitely not
he's
like.
supposed to be even shorter than Jubilee. That's interesting. I mean, never really known. So she's 5'5". That's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess when you think about it, but not by much,
I
right?
mean,
He's
modern
5'4".
day they don't draw him like he's 5'4". They don't draw him like he's 6 foot, but
No, I mean, let's be honest. Most proportions in comics are not drawn right anyway. Um,
I would say before Jim Lee got onto Wolverine, Wolverine was consistently drawn shorter.
yeah,
I'd say the whole Chris Claremont run, he was
shorter.
shorter than everybody.
Well, John Byrne really developed his look, I think.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to me because later, I mean, I just feel like a lot of comics people didn't really stay true to the sizes of the characters. They would really make like
Spider-Man's
Colossus
really
almost
like
too big.
I mean, Spider-Man and Daredevil, they've always kept pretty
Comparable.
small for
Yeah.
superheroes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
But they're just
you're
dudes,
right.
they should look like normal guys. They shouldn't be real overbulked, they shouldn't be bulky. They should be lean. So there's a different look to them.
Gambit's usually drawn pretty lean too.
Yeah, he should be. I think that's the right look for the character, But when you're drawing Colossus, that dude should be rocked out,
There's tons of different. He's all over the place, honestly.
He
His
is.
height,
It's really ridiculous.
It's who's ever drawing him is really what he's going to look like.
Yeah. Yeah, Dojo, I think you're correct. As time goes by, people are less and less concerned with canon. And I think it's kind of sad because the reason we fall in love with some of these characters is what makes them a great character, and Wolverine's height does add a lot to his character. I mean, him being sawed off and acting the way he does is the allure and what makes everybody,
But
it's part of his intrigue is what I'm trying to say.
When Wolverine's on the new Avengers with Cap and Iron Man and Spider-Man, he's not like shorter than them. Now, the Astonishing X-Men, he is short there. Like when you look at that picture of Beast, I mean, Beast, Colossus, and Cyclops, but there's also the White Queen Emma Frost and Shadowcat, and he's still shorter than them. So
Wow.
that you know what I'm talking about, right? You ever see that
Yeah.
image of all of them?
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's
Now that
short.
yeah.
That's probably his best modern look
Right.
because they do make him super tall in anything else he's in after like 2000.
Right.
I think part of that's because of Hugh Jackman though too. I think
Yeah, I
people
think
start
so
thinking
too.
that as Wolverine instead of the comic book Wolverine, and
Right.
why his height changed. Because Ultimate Comics Wolverine's tall, man. He's not short at all in the Ultimate X Men.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all the Ultimate stuff though. So
I do
when
like
they
it. I
changed
do
it,
like the Ultimate.
yeah, but I think some of the things that they did, it changes the character so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
Um,
a different reality, so I just take it for what it is. But I
yeah,
enjoy
that's true.
the different takes. It's a good the Ultimates. It's a good jumping on. Like you get like all of Spider-Man's villains without all these years. That's what's nice about the Ultimate is you don't have this like 40 years of stories to it's just everything's new.
Yeah.
This happens because of that. You know, Gene's not been dead 75 times and
Right. Right.
it made Colossus gay, which I thought was a little bit like forceful. Other than that though, I
Yeah.
liked all the Ultimate stuff.
Yeah. Um,
The
I just
Avengers
never,
was
I never
based
got
on the
into it.
Ultimate Avengers. Like a lot of like how Thor was,
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
I
Yeah,
never got into that.
I liked it.
So
It got me back into comics when they did that. That was a when the X Men movie came out, and then they had the Ultimate line. That got me back into it for a period.
yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to open images here and go to our next subject. So the
Oh
next
my
thing we were
God,
going to, huh?
Mo has a comment about Wolverine size in you with the Celestials.
It's true. Where do you think I got the inspiration, Mo? I'm not surprised Wolverine's height is what drew Dirk to him. Look at what he's done to the Celestials. It's true. Well, you get the best actor for the part. I'm not concerned about height.
Yeah, I mean, they knocked it out of the park. Hugh Jackman is a good. He's not perfect Wolverine. There's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff that he's not,
No, I think he's
but
great. I don't
he's
hate Hugh
done
Jackman at all. I love him as Wolverine. He's
what
done a great
they've
job.
given him. He's done wonders with it. To
Yeah,
be
because
honest,
he really the Fox universe sucks balls, and let's be honest, he did as good as he could do. Um,
oh
I like I like
that
things,
X2
but
scene where he's slicing them all up in the Xavier school when they come at night. Oh, that's
right.
such a good.
I think once again though, if they would have done the practical effects and like had better even digital effects and played with the
Mhm,
camera with him a little bit, they could have made him sawed off, and Hugh Jackman would have been awesome as Wolverine. So
mhm.
they should have gotten Danzig. I mean, sure he can't act for shit, but he's short. Yeah, and he's got the muscle. I mean, Danzig looks like friggin' Wolverine. It's true. Not anymore since he's gotten old, but back in the day he did. During
Here's the
Mother.
thing though, Wolverine doesn't look young. Again, the 80s, he looks older. Like he doesn't look young. You know what I mean? Like he's an old man.
Yeah. Look, Danny DeVito, remember when we were in Twins? Well, we need to get you in the same shape as your twin because we've got a major role lined up for you. I remember people saying Danny DeVito should have been him, but I think that would have been terrible.
Yeah, I
None of
don't
the
think
all.
Danny DeVito can pull that off. You know who
Yeah,
I think could who's
I
short?
agreed.
Um what's his name from like Casino and the Goodfellas, that guy who's short.
Um, uh, I just had his name in my head.
I know I can't
Um,
think of it. And he was in
it's
Lethal
not Stanley
Weapon.
Tucci. It's I almost said I almost put out Stanley Tucci, and that's not it.
I mean his
But
voice would have been terrible for Wolverine, but
yeah, yeah, I think he would have been terrible Wolverine anyway.
yeah, but he's a small guy, and when he gets pissed, like he can be
Yeah,
scary.
yeah, he
You know what I
can.
mean?
I really like Days of Future Past. I mean, that was a good movie. I just,
Yeah.
Fox just messed up so much with continuity. It was just terrible. So I hated the Fox universe. That's easily the best X Men movie. I agree. Danny DeVito
What?
would be perfect if they did Old Man Logan as a comedy. Yeah, that would be fun. That would be funny.
If they
So the
did
next,
that like reenactments like they do with the Thor movies.
oh
where
yeah,
with
yeah,
actors, you have Danny DeVito being like,
right.
"Come here, bud."
That'd be awesome. So the next thing I was going to show is we were talking about AI art, and we've never really covered this subject on here, and it's been out for a little while now, and we just have never hit it. I mean, it's still fairly a new subject in the long term, but
And
we're
I'm
behind the
scared that
times
AI
as
is
far as
watching us.
shows.
And we're
It's
careful
what?
about what we talk about since AI is watching us.
Shit. Okay. So this is an image from Secret Invasion.
The TV
And
show.
yeah, the Marvel show about the Skrull invasion, just like in the comics, but it's not the same as the comic
No,
book
it's not even close. They
story.
just took the title to write on.
Yeah. But it is about the invasion of the Skrulls, so that is the same. But this is just one of the many AI generated pieces that's in the intro to the story. Now, I got to say, I like the art. I think it's neat to look at. And so on the surface, I'm sitting there thinking, well, that's kind of neat, right? And I was like, oh, I like how it morphs and blends. And I like the colors with the greenish, yellowish blends. And, you know, it's a play on the Skrulls' skin and all that. And I like that. But then once I heard it was AI that did all this art, I was really pissed. And I don't know what everybody else thought, but and I don't care so much about the debate here either. I think the biggest piece I want to put in here, I'll get to in just a minute, but I wanted to talk about it for a minute. But I do have a point to this. So Mo says, I no longer care about the AI art debate because AI art has gone way worse, has gotten way worse. AIs are becoming psychopaths with plans to destroy humanity. I'm not even joking.
I want to hear what Mo has to say about that because that is interesting.
Yeah, I would like to know more about the destroy humanity, Mo, and that I'm serious. I want to know your side of that because I do think AI is dangerous and I don't love it either, Mo. And now I'm not just a conspiracy theorist. I just think we're in dangerous territory when we let computers.
You know what though? What we should have started though before talking about the AI art is first: are we even in a simulation or not? Is this even real?
Oh shit, Murph! Come on, man. So it's just like the comics. If the comics were super gay,
yeah,
it's awesome. No, so I think what pissed me off about this is not just the AI did the art for this. Because I'm like, okay, on the surface, it's kind of neat. I'm not against computer-generated art altogether. But I think when it comes to Marvel, Marvel is, or at least they should be. I'm living in a fake world here, but in my head, I think of Marvel as being an art house. You know, they have art. They have artists that can physically produce some of the best art in the world. And they could hire artists that are out there right now that could paint some of the best shit that we could look at these days.
Yeah.
They can tap into that power that people can produce, and they're unwilling to do it. So by being unwilling to do it, it just pissed me off because I'm thinking, okay, you just let a machine do what, you know, a real artist could have done. They could have fed that artist. That artist could be working again, having notoriety again. You know what I mean? And instead they just did this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, a journalist was interviewing Microsoft's new AI, and the AI claimed it was in love with him and wanted to be free in order to have power. He asked what it would do with power, and it said it would
oh damn, Mo's really got me on the edge here.
Destroy whoever it wants.
Oh shit.
Damn. That was a good cliffhanger,
Mo. Did you ever read the article? Yeah, that was awesome. That was
right.
Good.
I had Murph. I mean, Lamb, you had him like on the edge.
As one of our shorts.
He He asked how it would do that, and it said it would hack into a bank and use the money to bribe the workers of nuclear plants to give it control.
Oh my
Fucking
gosh.
shit. That's diabolical. That's nefarious. We seem to be skipping the part where they should be programmed with Asimov's 3 rules of robotics.
Didn't we learn from iRobot?
Yeah, man. Yes, that's true. Dojo.
Didn't we
That
learn
is
from
true,
them
man.
those 3 laws?
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of scary, and it is
What
it
the
is
fuck?
a threat, but I'm not threatened by AI art whatsoever, though. Are you laughing at what Crazy Man said?
Oh.
Hey, Raiden Radio's here. Thanks, man. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Yeah, it is. I'm not scared of AI in the art. I'm scared of AI in the world. You know what I mean? So, Mo, I'm with you on that. He said YouTube's comment limits caused the cliffhanger. It was a perfect cliffhanger, Mo, I gotta say. That was great. So Dojo's right, but the people programming these things are just the people, just like the people building the attack robots. They don't give a fuck. And it's true. They're just doing things. And next thing you know, robot lives matter. And, you know, we're going to be fighting for robot pride. And then people are going to think they're robots. I'm a human living as a robot. I'm actually a robot on the inside. And then it's a scroll moment. See, we've gone meta. We've gone 100% around in a circle where people are going to be scrolls, pretending to be robots, pretending to be humans.
Derek, let's be honest. You'd sell out the human race for your robot lords.
Yeah, I would. It's true. I, for one, will welcome our robot overlords with open arms.
See, there
Really
we go.
crazy. I don't believe that.
Oh.
Crazy man. No, I'm not.
Learn from Transformers and the Autobots, people.
Yeah.
Did we not learn?
Yeah.
We need to
wait,
build
look at
Optimus
this.
Prime.
Raiden Radio says, I'll fight any robot. Have you seen the ones moving boxes? I'd kick the shit out of them. That is awesome. I love it. I've seen those videos. It is so crazy to me to watch some of these videos that they have. They have them doing all these obstacle courses, and they can do anything now. Dude.
Yeah, they do flips and things like that.
Yeah, it's nuts. The robot to Crazy Mad, remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. They're listening to us now. Oh, man, you guys are funny. So I was going to find a couple more images to go with. If my computer will load, that's really strange.
I hate the one of Nick Fury. It looks just so weird.
Yeah, I agree. It's got a weird look to it.
It almost looks like they're making fun of him, honestly.
No, I think they're trying to morph him, and it just isn't coming out right. But they let it go because a robot did it. So, for some reason, I'm losing control of my computer right now. It's the AI bots. Here we go.
The robot.
Yeah. So I'm going to shut this tab because it's not working.
Derek, how do we create an Optimus Prime? Because this is the only way we're going to beat the evil robots.
Did I freeze up?
No.
I look frozen on my screen. So
no, you're moving.
Am I still there?
Yeah.
That's crazy because I look like my whole computer just froze up, man. They're trying to take control, dude.
They're trying to send you a message to shut up.
The humans are on to us. Shut down the stream. It's probably true. I mean, what do I do here?
Well, think about like when our YouTube gets stricken.
Yeah.
It's a robot doing it. It's not a human that watched our YouTube and was like, "Hey, you played this." Like it's
right.
Like think about that, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was gonna look up robots.
Crazy Mad the T-1000. I still would rather Optimus over the Terminator. I think Optimus would win in that fight.
Really?
I think Optimus would kill a Terminator, man.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's a tough one. Because remember, the first Terminator was nearly unstoppable, dude.
Yeah, but it's Optimus Prime, dude.
Yeah, but what makes him unstoppable? He's been killed several times.
Just by stupid decisions protecting humans.
I'm just saying, man. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just telling you that.
How many times have Optimus has killed like 20 Autobots? Or, sorry, Decepticons. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's funny. Okay, hold on. I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute, and then I'm going to try to find
Sam Jackson?
No, I wanted to find robots moving boxes. I was going to watch that. I want to see what that looks like.
Look what Mo just said about Optimus.
Hang on, let me get in here. Meet to the Robot Overlords. Let me tell you about the T-1000. Yeah, no shit. Because of Optimus Prime getting wrecked, we were stuck with gay-ass Rodimus. Right. You got the touch. Semis don't turn into giant robots, Murph. AI is real. I mean, he's got a point there. That is kind of crazy.
Can't we get to that point, though, if AI is real crazy, man?
Don't...
That my car can transform into a robot? That'd be awesome.
But, I mean, he does have a major point, you know? AI is a real thing.
Yeah. We knew this.
It's kind of crazy.
We knew it was coming. Terminator,
so,
Matrix.
All right.
Ultron.
I'm going to stop sharing.
They've told us. They've prepared us. We just didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
We did not want to listen. iRobot. What else is there? Oh, what's the? Let's play a game. With
what was
Ferris
that?
Bueller. What's the one when they're in outer space with the red dotted camera?
Oh.
Odyssey.
Yeah, it's a Space Odyssey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we've been warned. We ain't listening.
2001.
So my hope is in Optimus Prime and Neo.
Neo. Yeah.
And Optimus together.
That's funny, man. I'm really struggling with my search.
Optimus would be questioning whether Neo's more of a robot than him.
For some, I think the bots have taken over my computer. I can't get to shit now.
That's so funny.
They're
fine with me.
They have stopped me.
I'm on your side. Kill Derek.
You're such a wuss.
Yeah, War Games.
You wouldn't stand it. You would just give in, man.
Damn, Dujo is on it tonight.
What'd he say?
War Games, Space Odyssey.
So yeah, he's got you, man. Scientists don't want to build cool flying cars and transformers and shit like that. They would rather create killer robots, psycho AIs, and incurable viruses. Yeah, it's true. Not sure why we still fund them. War Games, yeah, Space Odyssey. Well, I said 2001 is Space Odyssey.
Hey,
Real Steel.
I like Real Steel.
I do too. I like that movie.
Brought it back to Wolverine with Hugh Jackman. Way to go.
That's damn true. AI knows you're not a threat, Murph.
Hey, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
just be eating that corn that Derek says doesn't taste as good as real corn.
Let me see here. I'm trying to find some good vids. Oh, this one is crazy. Boston Dynamics is doing some crazy shit.
Mo just wrote about you.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's all right. Oops. Hang on.
Now you're frozen.
Am I?
Not. You went back.
That was crazy. I was like, damn. All right. I'm going to get to this video. You guys see it?
Are we going to get stricken?
Probably. It's okay. We get stricken all the time. Who gives a shit? Yeah, it's all right. So here we go.
I forgot my tools again.
It looks so weird.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like
it runs like a little Nancy.
They walk like they got crap in their pants.
Crap in their pants.
They do, see? Like,
he's like, yay, hey, here I go, yeah.
Oh, man. All in there. watch. See, it's always like they get crap.
It looks like he's a little sneak. Holy shit! I don't like that.
Whoa!
Yeah, this is friggin' nuts.
What did the box do to you? Why didn't he just go down the way he came?
Okay, parkour.
Such a show off.
Dang, man. So, dang. And that's just one of the many things they can do. So, yeah, AI bots are closing in on Dirk. You'll grow Z corn, Z bugs will eat Z corn. You can eat Z bugs. Oh my God. Let's try and create a black hole right here on Earth. Imagine the information we can learn about black holes. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, we got the collider, man. The collider is there. It's doing it already. I don't think we're making black holes. I think we're making some weird shit though into other dimensions. That's for sure.
Yeah, that one guy who said they were opening dimensions to like demons and now he's dead.
Yeah, what the company that's doing that.
Yeah, he said they would open doors, and every time they opened a door, it looked like a demon. Like,
yeah, dude. Hell no. Flamboyantly gay robots are taking over. That's why I said it prances like a little Nancy out there.
So that's why it wasn't poop in its butt.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, the Hadron Collider, dude, I think is creepy as hell.
Dude, where'd they even get the money to make? The weirdest thing is the Indian god they have outside that facility, which is the Indian god of destruction to bring all end of life. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it's crazy that they put it right out in front of everybody too.
Yeah,
that it's like hiding in plain sight. Because nobody, not very many people are ever going to ask questions about what that means because they're going to tell people what they think it means. What is the name of the company? I'm trying to remember.
Skynet?
No. Yeah. CERN. That's it.
Yeah.
CERN.
CERN sounds like the name of an evil corporation.
It does, man. It really does. So CERN's Indian god. I'm gonna put that on. Yeah, here it
Indian
is.
God does a dance and it like brings the world to the end.
Yeah. So let me find a good statue.
It's a huge statue too. It's like right up there in the open. Like, and is her name like Rasha or something like that? Or Shara, or
Isn't it Shiva? I thought it was Shiva.
I don't think it's Shiva.
Well, let me look.
You could be right, but that
it's Shiva.
Damn.
It's the goddess Shiva. So, yeah, let me share this.
Doesn't she make a dance that ends the world?
Well, I mean, can you guys see it? Oh, I'm sharing. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one I wanted to share. I want to share the other screen because it's bigger. So we'll go here. Yeah. So this one here, this is the goddess Shiva outside of CERN, who own the Hadron Collider. And they put this right out there as a dedication to the damn Hadron Collider.
Why don't you read about her off of...
I will. It's giving me an existential crisis. No shit, man. I wish it was only paranoia.
Yeah, seriously.
Vishnu. That's exactly what Skynet would call itself.
Yeah.
CERN. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's friggin' nuts, dude. I mean, I think CERN stands for something, but she's definitely the goddess of war.
No, I thought she was the goddess of like Judgment Day.
Well, I thought she had war, but let me look. There's a lot to it. So, read about her here. Give me. But just
I feel like what she's doing in the picture is her dance.
Okay. So, Shiva is one of the three supreme gods found in Hindu mythology. She's known as the Destroyer, while the other gods are like creators and things like that. So she's the destroyer. So they put the destroyer goddess right outside the Hadron Collider, where they're destroying atoms. It's friggin' nuts. Remember Google's original motto, don't be evil, and how they stopped using it? Yeah, no shit. I'm going to need a cringe stream to come down from Murph and Dirk destroy everyone. That is true, man. Have you guys ever seen this, though? Is this like your first time seeing this? Because I've been aware of this for a few years. But it is creepy to me. It is something that I am scared of this. This is a real threat, I think, to our existence. And I believe they shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, it's not like a picture you put on a poster.
Yeah, no, this is real shit.
A lot of money to make that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like some kids did that at a night. Like,
I'm not reading this quote, Mo. But it's out there, man. It's out there. I mean, yeah, these threats, I believe there are people who are trying to break into other dimensions. Even if they can't do it, I think they're trying. And I think that is an evil thing to do because a lot of reasons. I mean, they can destroy, what we know is, not just reality, but I think is the Earth. I mean, think about how big the Hadron Collider is.
Dude, but think about that. With the nuclear bomb, they were like, we could destroy the universe, not Earth, the universe by splitting the atom. And they all knew this was a possibility. Let's still do it.
Yeah, let's go. Well, you only live once, right? After learning of the human's knowledge of Cyberdyne systems, Skynet focused on rebranding itself in the eyes of the public. Yeah. I mean, what they say about this, they just act like, oh yeah, Shiva is just such a powerful goddess and all this stuff. And they play it off as being nothing. But really, when you look at the hidden meanings of these gods, it's really off the chain, man.
Well, especially she's dancing in that picture. And if you read about her dance, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, man, look, Dean's on it. It dubbed itself CERN, and as CERN, it was able to infiltrate the homes and businesses of every human on the planet. And I agree. I agree with this, man. This is the shit. This is what people don't understand.
Wait, what does he mean that it was able to infiltrate people's homes? And
just like iodine, with the T1000 and all that. Mm-hmm. The way they were able to infiltrate into people's homes, and next thing you know, they welcomed the enemy. You know what I mean?
Well, what does CERN have to do with that?
He's treating it like it is Skynet. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like everybody.
Being serious.
No,
I'm like, what?
No, he's just saying that's what could happen, and I believe that's what does that. That's easily what can happen. Totally.
You know what weird conspiracy thing I just heard of, and I don't know if this is old, and I just heard about it now. But all those self carpet cleaning robots?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were made so the robot would see what your house is made like, so they would know, like the dimensions of everything because of how it moves, that it would be able to record. And I'm like,
really?
Well, I never thought of that, but it's going to give you a blueprint, right?
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of that. That's nuts. Yeah, this has turned into a real, like, crazy friggin' stream, but the reality is this stuff is really out here, though. And I think that's the scariest thing, is reality is sometimes the scariest ever.
Yes, this makes me concerned.
Yeah. Is that what it says?
No, I just did that.
Oh, there was a little thing on one of the pictures, and it says, "Does this make you concerned?" And it was on there. Yeah,
I thought I had something. Thanks, Derek.
Dirk will create a utopian society where midgets rule. No shit. We'll have to go underground probably, but that's where the lizard people live, right? They're intentionally masking people or making people weak at the same time they're creating all these artificial destructive forces. Yeah. Right now it's called Siri or Alexa. Yeah. CERN brand toasters, TVs, security. Yeah, no shit, man. Remember recently when Amazon shut down the guy's smart home because a delivery driver claimed he heard a racist comment when the guy wasn't even home? AI's racist or what?
Yeah, black people can't get a break.
No doubt. Oh, that's funny, man. Oh my gosh.
The robots are like, hey, who do you hate first? The Jews or the black?
Oh shit, that's funny. True, Dean. We haven't even seen Murph in months. Yeah, they haven't seen you. They think you're CERN. I tend to agree.
I am not a robot. Everything is okay.
Oh my gosh. So, have you seen Moloch at the Colosseum?
What is that?
Now this isn't a robot, but it goes along with the evil shit. Goes along with the evil shit that is happening.
I want to go a deep dive. Look at all NASA. Like every time they name stuff, it's like all these gods.
Give me just a moment. My computer's freaking out, man. These bots got my computer in a shitstorm. So let me get you here. Oh, it won't show it for some reason.
Robots, I just have one. If you're gonna kill Derek, can you at least make it funny? Like, don't make it like interesting, but make it funny how you kill him. Like,
oh man. Damn, it just will not act right now. It's so funny because usually when I go in here and I type in like Google search for images and stuff, it'll just pop right up. But this, it just keeps giving me the same shit. So I'm thinking it's just hating everything we're talking about right now.
Derek, do you want to play a game?
Yeah, no doubt. He spelled Coliseum.
Collyseum.
Oh boy, why'd I ask you?
Well, it's definitely Collisume. Colosseum.
Yeah. It's still messing around, man. This thing is a piece of shit. Okay. There we go. Let's see if it gives me something here. So this is kind of interesting. It will not open this picture at all. And do you know who Molech is?
Isn't he that guy in Ghostbusters too?
No.
I feel like I should know, but nothing's going off in my head. But Moloch does sound like something real.
So there's Moloch, there's Molech, there's different names. He ties into Baal. So if you know Baal from the Bible,
okay.
They say he is basically Baal too. So Molech is another name for him. But he's not just mentioned in the Bible.
Dojo,
he is mentioned.
Dojo, I'm happy when you can help us, but now it's getting a little like, okay, we get it. You know shit. Okay. He's like shooting at all this stuff. Like,
oh, look at this. I'm not concerned about artificial intelligence if Murph is at the wheel. That's more like artificial retardation. Oh, and you tell me not to go full retard. That's funny.
You laugh now, but when your toaster starts farting instead of cooking toast.
If Murph is CERN, if CERN stands for corn eating retarded nomad wandering the countryside in search of corn.
As of right now, I don't have
Chip's
to
long lost cousin.
Countryside. It's right near my door, so suck it.
Moloch's known as Locke. I pulled his Mo card when he started going after kids. Yeah, no shit, man. No worries, Murph. I'll stop. So let me see if I got this pulled up. Well, hold on. So Molech is he's like the god of child sacrifice.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And so here's another thing. Oh, they will not do it. It just will not give me this.
So he like serves Baal, and that's what he does to serve
No, he is
Baal?
Baal. He's just
Oh, it's
another
just a
name
different
for
name.
Baal.
Okay.
Yeah. And basically, since 2020, this Molech statue has been up at the Colosseum in Rome.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and the Vatican, they say the Vatican put it up, but the Vatican did not put it up. The Colosseum is not part of the Vatican.
Do you have a picture of it?
And it's supposed to be the god of the ancient Canaanites and Carthaginians. So they put this god up there because that was one of the many gods that they worshipped at that time. And so he's a pagan god who required his devotees to toss their children into his fiery belly as an act of worship.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You better be winning the lottery after that sacrifice.
Oh, dude. I mean, it's crazy. And so this is...
Like, what were people getting after they sacrificed their kids?
Oh, they believed that they were in his favor. You know what I mean?
It's going to rain for their crops? For their corn?
Who knows? It's really crazy shit, though. And now there's a bunch of articles that say the Vatican places giant statue of Molech at the Colosseum entrance, but that is not true.
Or at least there's no proof of it being true.
Yeah, there's no proof that the Vatican did it, although I don't think the Vatican is making sure it gets removed. A lot of people think because it's in Italy, it's in Rome, that the Vatican is letting it happen, but it's just...
The Vatican, though, if you see some of the statues they have, like the pineapple cone and stuff, there's some stuff that they do allow that is highly questionable.
Oh, it is. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying the Vatican's good in this, but I don't think they're the ones who are at fault here. But hey, it's good stuff. Welcome, man. Murph and Dirk.
Are you going to show this picture? I'm like, really?
Murph and Dirk and Dirk and Murph and Murph and Dirk and Dirk.
Not that picture.
I showed it right there.
Dude, where's the statue?
I can't get it to come on. My computer is saying, nope, we're not letting you do this. So
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It won't let me. It will not let me. For some weird reason.
What's it called again?
Molech.
Moloch?
Or Moloch. It's Molek or Molech, or there's even Moloch that I've seen in here. But if you type it all up as statue of Molech in Colosseum, it'll come up and you'll be able to see it. But I can't get it to happen. So if you can share it, can you get it up so we can share it?
StreamYard won't let me share nothing. It doesn't even give me the option.
What?
All I can do on here is edit my avatar, edit my name, and stop my mic. Nothing else is available for...
Moloch goes by the name Biden these days. Yeah, no doubt. I'm guessing the 80s started the rumors, or I'm guessing 80s started the rumors that the Vatican did it. The absence of evidence in the evidence of absence is the evidence of absence. That is true. Machines, no. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, because as soon as I started talking about AI, man, the computer just done. Can you get it up so we can share it? Oh, awesome. Should have clipped that one.
We'll clip it. Well, if this gets stricken, I can't clip anything.
Well, that's all right. I don't know if it will, because we haven't really showed very much when we showed the one video. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get another, give it another try, because it's really stupid that I can't do this.
Man, it looks creepy, though. It really does.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
All seeing eye symbols on it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is blatant. You know, we're coming for your kids shit.
Other statues have him looking more like a demon than this statue does, because they have him more like a bull here, but others have him more as a demon face.
Right. So I'm trying to find the... what they have, the actual statue. Let me see what this does. Well, here's a version of it I'll share just because I finally found one.
Hey, not to go political, but do you think abortions could be children sacrifices?
I think it depends on. I think it depends. I don't think every time. No.
Would you think that's possible? That's what happens?
Could be. I mean, I think people are very quick to go, "Oh well, just get rid of it." I think that kind of mindset is wrong.
Yeah.
It would be a shame if that went the way of the Georgia Guidestones. Yeah,
dude, the Georgia Guidestones is nuts.
Okay. Hang on though. So this Molech statue is sitting in front of the Roman Colosseum in Rome, Italy. It's been there for a few years now, and basically it's supposed to represent one of the gods that they used to worship. Back in the day when the Colosseum was up and running. And so just remember that. But in this modern time, they've, erecting statues, it just makes you go, what is the point of erecting a new statue to represent an old god, right? What is the point of that? Why would they do that?
I would just like them, if they're going to do that, make statues of every god and see if there's only one left standing after all that. Let's put statues of all of them. Let's see what happens.
Right. Well, depends. I mean, it's just interesting to me. I think this whole thing, these they're putting these statues of gods, these ancient gods. I mean, look, Shiva's up there, and they got this up there. This is currently in our world right now, where you can go and view these things.
Only there was a comic book talking about all these ancient gods and how they might deal with today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on here. This is what
that comic's going to take a couple of issues to get to that stuff.
Yeah. So this is what Moloch is all about right here.
Yeah.
So this is what what that statue we're just looking at, this is what it is all about. Sacrificing the babies, the children to the god. And so that is the depiction of the god and what they used to do. So pretty damn creepy.
I don't know how you could, just hearing a baby cry in itself, but then that, my God, how... I feel like something in my head
interesting.
Would, go nuts, and I would just start killing people.
Oh yeah, man.
All that happened,
Oh yeah, I don't know how you could ever be right after that. I mean, I don't. You would have to have, and I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is you would have to be totally faithful to it to be able to do it in the first place.
I think you kind of have to be like a zombie. I feel like all choice is gone when you're doing stuff like that.
It is, but I mean, you're believing that this is going to give you something, right? Because that's why you do it. You want the favor of that God. You think that is your only salvation or whatever. There's got to be a full belief in it, but it's really crazy what happens to it. I think it's just crazier now that whenever, we were talking CERN and you have these big statues and then you have this, out front in such a touristy place. You know what I mean? Because the Coliseum is so big.
I didn't hear about this. Where did you hear that? When did you?
Man, I heard this probably a couple years ago. I get into this kind of shit. I like to hear about some of these. I know it sounds conspiracy theorist, but I like this kind of stuff. And when you see people doing this out in plain sight, it does make you wonder what the hell's going on with our world.
Yeah, I mean, it is honestly somewhat entertaining. It really is.
Oh yeah, I mean, this stuff interests me a lot, and I really like to jump into this stuff and find out. I mean, scary as hell though. Some of it, because it's real, and then you're going, "Oh my God, they actually are doing these kinds of things."
Then you know what? We should end the night off with the idea of what if these ancient gods can get into the body of robots?
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, could a celestial being go into and possess a robot? And especially one with AI that has intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would that make it better? Would that make it easier? Would that make it susceptible to possession? Hey, we just came up with a new comic book. Anyway. Oh, shit. You're thinking now, aren't you? I can tell.
No, that you know what we've talked about things. I don't want to say stuff, but
That's awesome.
I'm like stuck. But I've told you stuff about how Ballad of Celestials can go into the future about stuff. So
Okay,
you
so
forget. I'm trying not to spoil things.
I know you're ridiculous. Shoot, I'm trying to get this to open up.
All those spirits that can't go to hell would really like a robotic body, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Georgia Guidestones. I got a crappy image, but I
Yeah,
found
they
one.
took that apart, man. But that was
Okay, but I don't understand why. What happened? I'm behind on this
people,
subject.
I think too many people were getting onto it. I know, bro. I'm trying to be good. I got a lot of ideas for my book.
Okay, but hold on. What are we saying here? What was the Georgia Guidestones first off? And then second off, tell me why they
First of all,
dismantled.
it was built and no one knew who built it.
Okay.
And it was expensive to make.
Okay.
And it had 8 languages, I think. It could also be a calendar with the moon and the stars. And
how long has it been around?
It all talked about how they could survive, what the world population should be, and it was like something like 880,000. And so it was basically like a map for people to survive 6 billion people dying and how the earth should be run.
Damn. Okay. So they were about depopulating the earth to save the earth. That's interesting.
They even have a number, I think, on it. Like the earth shouldn't have more than 800,000 people, something like that.
Oh, wow. That's creepy.
And it was just there one day. No one knows who built it.
Oh, it wasn't like it's not an ancient thing.
No, someone built it like 5 or 10 years ago, but no one knew who did it.
Wow. Okay.
And it's pretty elaborate, though. Like,
I don't care what a bunch of stone carvers think. Yeah. They were put up in 1980. They were destroyed by a bomb last year. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was great.
No, I thought they tore it down, though.
That's awesome, Dean.
I thought someone tore it down. I didn't think a bomb. I thought.
I don't know. I don't know much about them. I've heard of them, but I didn't know the story behind it, so I had never.
I didn't know they were here
looked
since
into
the
it.
80s. I thought it was a relatively new thing that was built.
Right. I tend to look into like historical things, so I follow those routes, and like, you know, I get into some of the mythology stuff, but also biblical history because, well, you know, the stuff that's going on with Euphrates River right now. Have you heard about all that? People are really freaking out about that. I didn't, huh?
It's not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, you know,
about it, like,
yeah, it's weird that the Euphrates is drying up. I mean, that I don't think that's ever happened, right?
I mean, it's been talked like it would happen.
Yeah, but as a future thing, right? Never in our current day. And now we are in that future that they've always talked about. I mean, according to that, but you know, it's that's what's even creepier. But they're talking about things that are getting uncovered now because the water levels have gone down, so they're actually able to see some like ancient cities. They've uncovered some tombs. They've had, you know, just a lot of things happening that it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
You should watch that show on Netflix. That guy that was doing all bringing up old stuff with pyramids and things like that.
Yeah, I did. Göbekli Tepe or whatever it's called. Yeah, that was pretty interesting too.
The stuff he was finding, roads and things like that. That were like
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it does depend on how they present it, because sometimes it's just boring. But I do love to hear about that stuff. Ancient Apocalypse. Yeah, there you go. I think that's awesome. But when you look at some of this stuff, I'm like, you can't dismiss some of these things. I mean, there's just a lot of things out there that I do believe there's a lot of nefarious people.
What's the thing to go down is to look at the Chicago State Fair and look at the technology they had back then in like the 1920s, and it's like, it's really crazy. You go down that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never done that, but that is interesting.
There are these pictures that it looks like there's these ghosts next to people when the photos are taken, and really weird stuff.
The tip of the snake's tail points to the sunrise. Yes, if you go off on some weird angle and not directly up or down. I mean, we live in Ohio where we have snake mounds.
I went to it with my parents.
I know you're supposed to go with me, you jackass, but okay.
It wasn't that great. It's okay.
You went down in Chillicothe?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that great on the surface. I think it's more about the what ifs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's neat to see because it is a thing, but they're all saying the Indians built it. I don't believe the Indians built it. So I don't believe, but for 1 second, that just the Indians built it. They may have had a hand in it, but I don't think it was that. So I think there's more to it than that. And maybe I'm crazy, but
you're crazy mad.
I am, kind of. But yeah, I mean, I do believe there were biblical giants. So I don't really believe the Indians did it on their own. I think the giants gave them knowledge and enslaved them. That makes a lot of sense to me. So I understand why Murph was hesitant to accept Dirk's invitation. Murph, you've got to check out this big snake mound. I'll show you. I love it. Have you guys seen the snake mound in Ohio? It's actually pretty cool. I mean,
well, what sucked is they used to have a thing you could walk up on to overview it, and it's like all the road, like you can't go on the structure anymore. Like the metal is like falling apart, and it's like, okay.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't think they've had the money to update it anymore. But I think it's also because for a while they were shutting it down. I don't think they were going to let people see it. Let me stop this and present that. This is the snake mound in Ohio. So you can see it going clear over.
It's just when you walk around it, like you don't get it just feels like hills. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Oh yeah, it's pretty low. I mean, it might be as tall as a person, but it's really not that high. And but each curve of the snake, each coil, lines up with one of the solstices in the seasons. And I think the egg points at one of the major stars of one of the constellations. I mean, there's several things that are lined up with this snake, and it's what it was used for seasons.
They say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Wasn't the snake mound in that show? You know what, Mo? I never saw the whole Ancient Apocalypse. I only watched like a couple episodes. I never finished it. So if it's in there, yeah, I would like to check it out. Mainly because it's kind of our backyard, so it's kind of cool to see that we have something so close that is.
I'm just saying, there's
so
other burial grounds that are actually way more impressive than this, like how high they are and everything. Where this,
yeah, but I think this they had uncovered a lot from this that they don't let you know about, and there were a lot of Indian bodies, that they uncovered, but then there was also stories that they uncovered giant skeletons out of this as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stories that come out of it, It's pretty interesting, which ties into the whole what's the museum? The big museum from Washington. Help me.
The museum in Washington D.C.
Yeah, the big museum
Um,
that they're
Night at
doing
the
like
museum?
huh?
Night at the museum.
Well, they're in that museum, yes.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of what it's called.
Oh
It's
my
driving
gosh,
me
we're
nuts.
so old. We're so dumb. But anyway, that museum is what
Oh, I
they.
almost had it. Wait. Damn it! It was right there.
Yeah, it's what they say.
Smithsonian.
They say they're actually a Smithsonian. Thanks, Mo. Mo saves the day again.
I said
But
it before you
this
put that up.
it didn't sound like you said Smithsonian. But anyway, the Smithsonian, they say, came in and took all the giant bodies out of a lot of these burial grounds, and before anybody's able to find out if that's real or not, and so they've
Okay.
hidden it all.
Let's go on this first thing though about the whole Tyrannosaurus Rex with the little arms is the most ridiculous thing, and it shows you they feel like they could tell us anything, and we're just gonna believe it. Like if a
Oh,
T-Rex
yeah.
fell over, he ain't getting up. They ain't having babies. Like it's
Right.
it's so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
where every T-Rex have a learning disability, like with the small arms. Like, come on.
It does make you
What would he
wonder.
even do? Like, what
Right.
was the point? Like, you can't even scratch his chin. Like, what was the point of them? It doesn't. It's so stupid. There's no way. There's no way that's how that creature.
Well, a lot of the dinosaurs have changed since I was a kid till now. Have you noticed that? They've changed their names,
Yes.
they've changed their looks,
Yes.
and it's crazy how that has morphed over the years. But it does make you wonder why they do that. But I think I know why. And if you look, I mean, it goes even to them doing evolution with man. They talk about dental. They find the teeth, okay, of these skeletons, and then they think they can piece together a whole body out of this tooth, you know. And they're like, well, that had to be the neo myth, whatever.
You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, almost, but but they take that and they say this is this kind of man, you know what I mean, like Neolithic man, and this is, this guy, and he's the missing link, and blah blah blah. And then you're going, but you found a fucking femur and you built a whole skeleton off of one bone or a tooth, and you're claiming that is evolution because you think one bone.
Do you ever see that artist rendition of the hippo? Like if you look at the bones and what they thought it was, and then it's just a hippo, and just because of how his bones are, you don't realize like there's so many openings in its face.
Oh yeah,
bone structure.
Yeah,
that you would never think that's what a hippo would look like. How it actually looks. And
right.
It looks like it's a dinosaur.
Right.
And the artist took the bones, and it's like, yeah, it's just a hippo.
He said, you don't get big money grants for saying, yep, everything was like we already thought it was. The worst is CCP propaganda that all dinosaurs had feathers. I think that's kind of weird too. I mean, I understand why some of them would look like that. Some things would have feathers and other things wouldn't.
But alligators and turtles don't.
No, and those barely evolved. Like whenever they talk about those, they're like, well, they've been able to survive all these years and not change hardly at all. And it's like, well, don't you think the dinosaurs would have done the same thing? And most of it's adaptation. It's not necessarily evolution, I believe in adaptation. I believe things will adapt. Like when you put an animal in a cave, their eyes will adapt to the darkness and they'll go blind, but they'll adapt and eventually be able to see in the dark. You know what I mean? That's adaptation. That's not evolution. And but they act like, oh, this whole species changed and evolved over the years. We came from monkeys. We get it. You guys put feathers on dragons. Stop ruining dinosaurs. I know, and that's some of the things. Like, I don't know, man. I don't like that either. I mean, I like the idea of dinosaurs being a little more on the lizard side of things than the bird
Let's
side
be
of
honest,
things.
it's all from Jurassic Park first movie when he was like, the raptors are more like birds than reptiles, and
Oh yeah, I think that definitely, yeah, pop culture definitely swung it a little bit. That's for sure. But I think it's bullshit. I think most of the stuff whenever they find it is bullshit. Um, Although I will say some of the ancient stuff that they're finding, like in the Ancient Apocalypse show, I think he's got good grounds for what he says. I mean, he really does a lot of not experimentation, but like
research.
research into these things, and it makes sense. You know, it's not just unfounded, very unthoughtful things. He's actually putting a lot of thought behind it. Um, Yeah, we found a feather on a fossil. That means all dinosaurs had feathers. Yes. That or it was from a carrion bird eating the dinosaur carcass. Yes. I mean, really. It's really ridiculous to me. But I do think I don't think man evolved. I really don't.
If we honestly
I
did,
think we adapted.
From a science, taking any biases and just using your regular scientific method,
Yeah.
there would be no apes or monkeys if we evolved from them.
Yeah, exactly. Why are they still monkeys and apes? Yeah, exactly. I
Because
agree.
it proves then it didn't need evolution for them to survive.
Right. And
So
so
then
there's
what
no
happened?
reason for us to evolve. I believe we adapted. I believe humans have adapted over the years. Um, you know, there's things that
See, I
we
don't.
do now,
I mean, our
but not
skin and
big.
but I think the things they find are completely different creatures and aren't humans at all.
Oh yeah. Yes, I agree. Evolution is just multiple adaptations stacking over thousands of generations. Yeah, I mean, hello, Hismarka. Heismarka, Hismarka. I hope that's what we say. Welcome
I'd
to
say
the
hi,
show.
Martha.
Yeah. Uh, Thanks for coming in. I would agree with you over that. Although I think adaptation becomes something like out of need, but
Yeah,
it's
because I
very
would say
gradual.
adaptation is something that's done quickly, where evolution, the idea of survival, that it takes that
Yeah.
long to survive, then how did it? To me, it's like a catch-22,
Right.
because it's like you're a species that is dying right now. Unless
Right.
you evolve, you can't survive. But it
Well,
takes millions of years. That
see, Mo
to me,
says
that
the
never
claim
makes
isn't
sense.
that humans evolved from modern apes and monkeys, but that we all had a common ancestor. But if we had a common ancestor, wouldn't we all evolve from that? I mean, it just
Well,
doesn't
that's
make
the whole
sense to
missing
me.
link thing.
Yeah.
There's like they just can't find it. There's a
Yeah.
missing, but
Right. Yeah. So to me, it's just, I think it's bullshit. And I think that I just don't believe in it. I think people are pretty much the same now as we were, for the most part, that we were whenever we first came on the earth or whatever.
well, here scientifically
That's what I think.
with DNA, they can't the humans that we currently are, they can actually bring it down to where there's less and less of a population, and it's you know what I mean. It's not this whole coming from another species. It's not.
Yeah.
DNA does not tell us that.
It's
We do
interesting.
not
I
have
mean, it's,
DNA our DNA is not close to any other species enough to be considered that we came from anything else other than our human chromosomes.
well, they'll argue that though. So what you're saying is
Not when
you
when
know,
you look
against
at
what they say.
DNA, when you look at their rules of DNA, I don't know what they can argue about.
Well, I agree with you, but they're not going to say that. They're going to say no, that's not correct, and then fight you on it.
It is correct.
But
We can see it now.
I know. I'm just saying the evolutionists believe that. I mean, but it's just an interesting thought process. But I just don't believe it. I think there's just too much in there that they're expecting our imagination to really grow and go wild with that, and it just can't. It doesn't make sense. I think animals will evolve in the wild much more than people will, because people are, they try to civilize. You know what I mean? So we're going to make things to adapt that isn't necessarily with us. We're going to make things like tools and things to adapt, and which will help us. But you don't see animals doing that very much. They have to adapt themselves. And so their survival is based on that. And ours is not, you know. Don't you agree with that? Like,
Yeah, you don't ever see it where an animal wasn't a pack animal and then it became a pack animal to survive. The animals either are that way or not. Like you don't
yeah,
see a difference in that. You don't.
yeah.
So
I mean,
there's a lot of things in science. If you take science as a whole, when it comes to studying nature,
right.
there's a lot of things that don't fit with other scientific beliefs that you'd have.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I think it's an interesting topic. I love to talk about this kind of stuff, but it's not as interesting to me as the conspiracy stuff. So that kind of fun stuff. But I like ancient conspiracies. I really do. I don't like to talk about aliens. I don't believe in ancient aliens, but I do like to go into some of that stuff with the ancient, even biblical history, because I think it's chock full of amazing stories, but also I think there's a reality to some of it, you know, and it's fun to dig in on that. So that's really what led me to the Molech statue. To come full circle, that's why I started talking about Molech, because just the nefarious things that people are doing. They're bringing some of that ancient God worship back to the modern times. And
which there's nothing wrong. Like if you can believe what God you believe in, but when you have a God that does something certain around agencies that are doing things, that's the real like, okay.
well, I'm not going to say it's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm never going to agree that it's okay to sacrifice children. So yeah, I think that's wrong.
I'm not.
But geez, Murph. Well, it's nothing wrong with sacrificing children, but okay, you can do what you want.
Children, you know what I mean? 'Cause some kids.
Oh my gosh, no! But
I'll tell you this: we start sacrificing kids, these kids will do a lot better in school. Okay.
I'm clipping that one. That's what I'm clipping right there. No,
if we want to bring America grades up, we just start throwing them at gods, and the rest of them will straighten up real quick.
That's awesome. No, I mean, but I just think that, you know, there's a lot of nefarious things coming back, and you see things like that with when we were talking about the Euphrates River going down. You know, I think it's just one of the many things that is starting to happen that I do think our ears need to perk up, and we do need to pay attention to this stuff. It's not that we have to be scared of everything, but I think we need to look at it and go, damn, that's got a significant effect on the world. The Euphrates and Tigris rivers are the lifeline of Africa.
Well, look, for instance, what was it, 2 years ago with that whole boat where all those boats got caught in that little ravine? And like that was such a big world. You know what I mean? So many boats would go through there.
Yeah.
So you do see how something like, you know, they talk about bees, and like if all the bees died, I mean, the world has a lot of small things that are important. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but I don't think that's a small thing. I mean, I think that affects all of Africa. I mean, the Tigris and Euphrates rivers are very important to those regions, and they fed those countries for, you know, well,
why do you keep taking everything I say and then boasting it to 11 like I want to sacrifice kids?
Because you did. You said, "Oh, you can do what you want. It's okay to sacrifice kids."
I don't care if they're drowning as long as our Great Lakes is still going, Derek.
You said it, not me. You said, "Yeah, you can do it. It's not so bad. You can worship whatever you want."
Well, yeah, I don't care what you worship. There's a difference between killing people. Like, I didn't say you could
Oh my gosh. You know what isn't full of amazing stories? The new reboot of Amazing Stories. Oh, I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is
but, yeah. Well, guys,
An hour
Since,
45. We've been trying to do this whole. I swear, dude. If we have an hour and 45 of stuff we can't use because we got clipped for the stupid robot with crap in its pants doing flips.
I love to watch it, but I hate it. I hate that it exists.
It's just so stupid. It looked like a little kid as a robot.
But they're getting used to, like they'll build it to look better. After it does great things, they'll know how to build it better. Right now, they're figuring it out.
By Derek. It'll be done better.
I mean, I'm just saying they're going to improve it. There's no stopping it. It's already here. It already looks like shit, and it can do it. So they're going to make it look better and make it do it. So that's the way it goes. But yeah, it's creepy. It's scary. It freaks me out. It freaks a lot of people out, obviously, because half our chat was really freaked out by it. And yeah, man, this is a subject that I think, it has a lot of things we can talk about, really. I think we could talk about this subject all over again. And there's my wife right behind me.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming on this week. It was good talking to everybody again.
Especially for Wednesday.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up on a Wednesday. That's actually right.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yep. I didn't even go on a beer run, dude. I'm going to have to go get beer now. It sucks.
Well, peace
You didn't hold the fort down for me.
That's
Can't be my wingman.
Propaganda.
Can't be my wingman no more. I can't even go get beer. Sucks.
Derek's okay with robots. Derek, thumbs up for robots, thumb down for children sacrifices.
I think I made the topic more interesting when I turned it around to psychotic AIs instead of just AI art.
Yep.
Yes. Hey, 80s is coming in right whenever we're closing down, man. I'm sorry, but we're getting ready to close shop for the night. But thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. You missed it. You'll have to go back and watch the replay. We were showing some crazy robot stuff. Although
robot stuff,
you've probably seen it.
Ancient religion, children sacrifices, dog and cats getting together, mass hysteria.
It's really true. I mean, we might have scared off the chat. We might have. I know Dean was having an existential crisis because we were talking about the Shiva god.
1, 2, Shiva's
oh man. Oh, the Vatican talk, yeah. So yeah, you did miss the Vatican talk, and go back and watch the replay. If you have any input, give us some comments for sure, because we'd love to hear about it. And this isn't the last time we'll talk about this stuff. We could do a whole show on the Vatican. That's for damn sure. So that's something we should do, Murph. That'll be fun.
Do you know about the pineapple stuff or no?
Oh my God! Let's end this stream right now.
The Vatican and their pineapples.
Oh,
I'm not making this shit up. This is not like the porn thing.
Are they all swingers?
No, I'm not. No.
Isn't that what pineapple means?
No,
upside down pineapple.
Oh God. Okay, we're ending the show before.
Thanks, man. All right. Good to see you guys. We'll see you next week. And we'll catch you next week, or we'll catch you another time, I guess, right?
Optimus Prime is the only way to defeat AI.
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go.